What's going on, everybody? How you doing? All right, continuing on this VH1 Storytellers. Check this out. The Doors, A Celebration. This aired in 2000. And look, it had all these different singers. I'm going to save you Scott Stapp. And we're going to go Scott Weiland 5-1. 5-1. Awesome. Yeah, definitely interested in this. Let's check it out. Doors, right? Doors. Let's do it. Bam.
Well, this next song, I guess you could say that I handpicked because it represents what has inspired me in rock and roll.
5-1, baby, 1 in 5.
All right, get to it. Forget the coming up business. Come on, get to it.
Say that I handpicked because it represents what has inspired me in rock and roll. Two juxtaposed ideas, beauty and destruction. And this is a beautifully destructive song. 5-1.
Robbie Krieger like that. He's like, John Densmore, underrated. Like fuzz bass. The volume is so low.
5-1, baby, 1 in 5. No one here gets out alive now. You get yours, baby, I'll get mine. Gonna make it, baby, if we try.
Yeah, that guitar lick. Yeah.
Stronger. May take a week and it may take longer. They got the guns, but we got the numbers. Gonna win, yeah, we're taking over. Yeah!
Yeah, sick. Just attitude, right? Just attitude. Now that right there is rock and roll.
Yep, barroom days are over, baby. Night is drawing near. Shadows of the evening crawl across the year. You walk across the floor with a flower in your hand, trying to tell me no one understands. Trading your hours for a handful of dimes. Gonna make it, baby, in our prime. Get together one more time. 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 Together.
Still the audience to hold. Audience hold. Just hang on.
Get it together.
Incense.
Whoa. More
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Way to go, man.
You know, many people ask, what is 5-to-1? What does that mean?
Hmm.
Does anybody know?
Yeah, what does it?
Well, I asked Jim one time, and he told me.
Yeah?
He told me the secret. At that time, like 1968, I guess it was, there was 5 times as many people under the age of 21 as there were over the age of 21 because of the baby boomers and stuff.
Ah.
And Jim's idea was that we could take over.
Wow.
You know, because we had so many young people. All we had to do is get together, and we could take over, you know. And, you know, it's like they got the guns, but we got the numbers of people, as well as the numbers, you smoke kind of numbers.
Okay.
So let's get together one more time. Unfortunately, all the baby boomers grew up and had kids, so now there's
That's what happens.
10 times as many old people as there are.
Let's take some questions for the Doors.
I wanted to know what really happened in New Haven.
You know what? Nothing happened in New Haven. Nothing happened in New Haven. The police had lined up in the front to protect us from you guys. You know, we get on the stage, and there's this line of cops. Jim, do you know about Jim being maced in the, yeah, he was maced. He was sprayed. The guy, you know, he's making out with some chick in the dressing, in a shower. Cop goes in and says, "Yeah, you kids, get out of here." And Jim says, "What do you mean, get out of here?" "Well, that's what I'm saying. Get out of here. It's my job to keep this thing clear for the Doors." And Jim's about to say, "Well, I am the door." And he blasts him with the mace. And Morrison came into the dressing room, and his eyes were, I mean, he was just teared up, and it was gasping for air and everything. And
Jesus.
You know, what happened? And he said, I've been maced. I've been maced. So the cop finally finds out who he is. "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were somebody. I thought you were just a kid."
Messed up.
Oh, great, man. So somebody doesn't get maced, but kids get maced. So we go on stage, and Jim begins to tell the story about halfway through the set. We're in Backdoor Man, and we're just kind of vamping, chunk, 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 chunk. And Jim says, "Let me tell you what happened here in New Haven. Happened to me about a half hour ago." And we're just going, you know, music is hypnotic and just going into people's heads. And he begins to tell the story of this little blue man in this little blue hat, this little blue pig. And at that point, one of the cops turns around. "That's right. I said the little blue pig," and another cop turns around. Now, they're supposed to be protecting us from the audience, whatever the point of that is. One by one, they start turning around. They're all facing Morrison. And he begins to tell that story, and he concludes, you know, he gets to the end of the story, and they just, boom, they came out and they grabbed him. Captain Kelly came out and said,
"Dang.
You've gone too far, young man.
Wow.
You've gone too far." And I love that. You've gone too, he was arrested for going too far. What does that mean in this society? It was no obscenity. You know, he was purposely not using obscenity. Nothing was going on except he was just egging all the cops on who were just dying to kill him. They hauled him away. Have you ever seen the footage of Jim being hauled away? Like, yeah, it's in Roadhouse Blues, you know, and you can actually see Jim being hauled away by the cops. They took him, they kicked the done. Boom, boom, boom. Took him off to New Haven, and he was arrested. Finally, they charged him with inciting a riot. And there was no riot. It was only the cops who had rioted, and that's what happened.
Wow.
You know, in
crazy.
LA Woman, you have one of the lyrics, "Mr. Mojo Rising." If you unscramble Mr. Mojo Rising, you have Jim Morrison. Was that intended to be that way?
Exactly. Bingo. Very good, man.
All right. Oh, Scott Stapp, I won't subject you. All right. All right. That was cool. That was very cool. I love the story at the end. That was great. You know, I dug into the Doors a long time ago. Like a long time ago, I went through their whole discography before I was doing any of this on film, right, on camera or whatever. So, but it's been a long time since I have like went back and listen back to those records in any real way. It was a while ago. I don't even remember exactly when. It had to have been, so this was 2000. It was in the 2000s, right? It wasn't 2010. It was before that. It was probably like 2007, 2008, 2009, maybe even. that, you know, around then I went through their whole discography myself and was really checking them out. You know, Doors are great, right? Doors are great. Very cool. Yeah, love this. This is great. Love this story. That was awesome. Scott Weiland's great, right? Great song. 5 to 1. That was a good story on what that meant. Very cool. All right, awesome. Thank you guys. I'll catch you next video. Later.